Welcome aboard. We used to say we're getting all set up here on the trading floor, but the trading floor has decided because of COVID, which seems like a long time ago, to not have people on the floor. So we're doing this remotely from an undisclosed location. Saul is your host. Saul is your mentor. Saul is your trading coach. Saul is a active trader, 25 years plus on the floor. He has developed a trading strategy. It's a fundamental strategy. It's price action. He'll be showcasing that here today. This is a trade along in an educational format only. He gives out key levels, a roadmap to help you do better in your trading and help Saul do better in his trading this morning. In other words, this is a focused effort to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, looking for a trading profit on each trade of 2 points plus. That's the concept here. How do we do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, bank out a profit, come back and do it again tomorrow? Saul likes to narrow the focus down to the price action level of the trade. He believes it gives him an advantage over other traders. So think about that for a second. Saul is here. He is laying out a roadmap for this morning's trade. You can witness that roadmap because he's giving you the levels. You can write them down on your trading pad. You can pay attention to them. And I think you'll quickly see that his levels are pretty darn good. Having good levels, we call it having better levels equal better trades. And then it's the action of the entries, exits, and stops in and around those levels. That's really the key here, is how do you do better at each trade and then have a trade along partner that you can trade along with, interact with, be critiqued by, be pointed in the right direction, be encouraged that you're doing better, and focus, in this case, where the rubber meets the road, at the price action level of the trade. So you're not distracted by the action of the market, distracted by the indicators, time frames, crosses, the other distractions that happen naturally based on your trading platform and your charts. So that brings me to the point of the charts. If you look at Saul's charts, they're pretty, how should I put it, simply represented. That's because the charts are really placeholders for Saul's levels. In other words, Saul, based on setting these levels, has done the work for the morning session, identified areas where he quite possibly could make trades. That's the roadmap. So when he gives you a pivot, a price, and the levels on top and bottom of that pivot that he calls support and resistance, maybe 5 levels on the top, 6 levels, maybe 7. Same in the bottom, 5, 6, 7. And then it's a matter of action of price change in the S&P 500 E-mini as it relates to those levels. That's really the key here, is how do you narrow the focus to help you develop winning trades versus all the other noise that's happening out there in the marketplace. Now, a lot of people say or could say that levels are levels and crosses are crosses and my software is giving to me and I'm happy with them. I guess you got to really take a look in the mirror and ask if you're making money. Are you consistently profitable based on your trading? Do you have in your psyche a trading methodology that you can count on? We're here to help you develop that. Saul is the trader. He is the coach. He is the trade along partner. When he lays out his levels, you write them down. You can learn based on this relationship to load them into your software. Then you can learn what to do with the levels based on where do you enter a short trade if it's a short trade, where do you enter a long trade if it's a long trade, where do you place your stop to defend. Generally, Saul's stops are 2 points, but they expand based on market action activity. He's looking for a minimum trading profit on each trade of 2 points plus. And right now, you have the ability to join him in a 20-day coaching cycle, which is the 20 trading days of the month, for a nominal fee on sale at $150. Now, if you want to go into private coaching, that's detailed based on the menu plan I just put out. You can certainly join us in private coaching. Or I should say, join Saul in a private coaching session. He can teach you how to set the levels, what to do with the levels. And then when you come into this service as a supplement to your work here, this trade along session, you have the ability to be critiqued based on your newfound trading skill. I mean, I don't know what the purpose other than making money that trading is. I don't believe that trading is an all-day affair. I think socially it could be, but that's not the making money part. The concept here is, how do you focus on a couple hours in the morning session where we believe the market gives you those opportunities with extra opportunity, with momentum and follow through, and then the opportunity to work the market for the 2 hours, come out the other side a better trader for being here, and quite possibly a trader that just banked money and come back and do it tomorrow. Let's say you bank $100, $200, $300, and you start to get consistent at that endeavor to be able to trade and bank some money. Then you've got a trading business for yourself. And quite frankly, you can have your own account and fund it, or you could have somebody fund your account by passing the combines at Top Step, as we are an affiliate of Top Step. You can have your own account set up. We can point you in the right direction to get set up with your own trading account, which is great. You can have charts. You can have order entry. In other words, you can start out, practice trade, and then trade with real money up, your money, your reward. Or you could hook up with a company like Top Step, and based on their rules, and there's a link right in our Zoom room here. There's a link that you can click on, learn about it, and we can point you to our contact at Top Step, which is a very good man. And he can help you get set up with your own account. You can choose, which what I would do is I would choose the Trade Navigator software. And there's a link for Trade Navigator on the bottom. You should click that link and review it. And then have the same software opportunity as Saul has, the same charts, which are cleaned up charts, and work with him. Anyway, Saul's going to be stepping in shortly. He's going to give out this morning's levels, write them down, pay attention to them. I would encourage you to tell your friends that this opportunity is available. If you look at it, that you can get 20 days coaching in a month, 20 trading days in a month, $150 worth of coaching. And then you can spin off into private coaching sessions for a nominal fee, come back in here, have it reinforced. It's an amazing way to start to develop consistent profitability, and that leads to consistent money based on your trading business, your trading endeavor, your trading hobby. Tell your friends, emini, tradealong.com, emini, tradealong.com. Saul does his private coaching sessions in a private Zoom room where he can work with you with real-time charts, school you based on where you are to where you'd like to be. The fundamentals of price action trading are pretty clear. It's a matter of the nuance of the entries, exits, and stops. If you need a trading tune-up, ask. In other words, you're pretty close to becoming consistently profitable, but you just can't bridge the gap or haven't been able to. Saul can help you. And he can work with new traders or experienced traders. emini, tradealong.com. emini, tradealong.com. So we're going to be here till about 11:30. We're here trading days starting at 9:15. 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. Looking to bank out a profit. There's no guarantee anybody will make any money trading, but We try darn hard to help you turn that into a reality. So, Julie, I don't know. It's nominal. It turns out to be $7.50 a day. Why don't you come in for a couple days and I'll reserve it for you, and you can sign up then.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? All right. Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 42.92. 42.92. Resistance at 43.01. 08. 16. 24. 34. Support below at 85, 79, 73, 65, and 57. Pivot 92, support 85, 79, 73, 65, and 57. Resistance on the upside at 43.01, 08, 16, 24, and 34. All right. Welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we just gave out, in addition to any price action opportunities that might occur. The market here is trading off of the Friday's unemployment number. And, we'll see what the day brings. And as I guess they liked it. I don't know, rallied 700 points in the Dow, but we'll see what happens. We're up at the 43, almost a 43 handle over here. So obviously everything's hunky dory. Kind of bond market also kind of just fluttering around, trying to figure out what's going to happen next with the Fed. They seem to get to this. They're going to just skip this round of raising rates this meeting and then get back on it. I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do? But market is kind of okay with it. So we'll see what the day brings here. Again, we are scalping the market. We're looking to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market, preferably, well, depending on volatility, but these days it's looking like 2 or 3 points on our trades. So obviously that can change with an increase in volatility, but for the time being, if we can get 2 or 3 points out of some of these trades, we average about 4 to 5 trades a day. So somewhere in there, we should, that's an average is a key word there. So be mindful of that. Some days we're going to get more than that, and other days we're going to get less than that. So if you look at the chat, you'll see the levels there we just gave out. Those are there for use as a guide to the day. They give us those opportunities to find areas that we might focus in on to give us a chance to scalp. At least we feel like that way. The VIX is trading at a 15 handle, 1509, almost down to, I won't say it's 14. Yeah, but it is very low. So we have to be cautious and understand that the volatility is not there for us to be making some big moves here. So we're just going to do whatever the market gives us, try to take advantage of those opportunities. Hey, Don, can you jump in here for a second? Where's the hat, Don? I didn't mean to get you all. Oh, God, there, I lost him. He was there, and then he's gone. Don's from Texas. He's been with me for quite a long time, and need him to jump in here for me today, if that's possible.
Sure.
Hey, how are you?
Hey. Doing good. And yourself?
Well, good. Not too bad. Just wondering if you could jump in here, maybe at the top of the hour. I got to leave a little early. I have an appointment I have to get to.
Okay.
Didn't. I gave you a warning if I knew about it Friday. I didn't know about it.
That's all right.
So, all right. Again, unemployment. You can see overnight the trade has been very, very narrow, very, very tight. Not much going on. Monday after unemployment usually slow. So, it is what it is. In here. Okay. Scott, I saw your levels are pretty good. The upside levels are tough to kind of figure out. You have to actually go back a bit and try to figure out where we're, where those areas are. All right. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. The market is kind of, had a big move on Friday, and now is just kind of trying to figure out what it wants to do next. And let's see here. Apple's coming out with a new pronouncement today. If you are interested in that stuff, they have their big called the Worldwide Developers Conference, which is where they introduce their new gadgets or technology or whatever you want to call it. Slated to host its Worldwide Developers Conference this week, with all expectations that the tech giant will finally take the wraps off its long-awaited mixed reality headset. The device, which has caused some recent press reports to question Apple's strategy, is likely to be the tech giant's first major product expansion in years, following a 2015 unveiling of the Apple Watch. So let's see. The headset could cost as much as $3,000. They say it's likely to be called the Reality Pro or XR Pro, with the new operating system called XROS. Woo. It's expected to launch with both augmented and virtual reality technology. I have no idea what that means. And have a lightweight design similar to the ski goggles. Okay, this seems a little far-fetched to me, but hey, oh, wow, look at it. The market actually moved up here while I'm chit-chatting. Got a resistance at the 4301 area. Again, you got to kind of, we're not going to be perfect here, so keep that in mind if you're going to trade this 4,300 level. Always a key area here, usually a key area. So kind of keep that in mind if you're going to be trading this 4,300 like last time. I mean, last time we kind of ran through it, but kind of did stop right up there at 49, 99.25 and came off here a little bit. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We're just trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market, and we're also at the mercy of volatility. So sometimes we get to trade a lot, and sometimes we don't. Right now, we are at the, when it's a flat line like this, as you can see here, as it has been for the last overnight hours here, or last few hours overnight, that kind of nothing much is going on. The expectations have to be drawn out a little bit, and patience is very important to wait for an opportunity to get triggered. The opportunities come with our levels and any price action opportunities as well. So for the time being, you have to just kind of see what happens. Let me see if there's any other numbers coming out this morning. PMI composite number coming out here at 845. So maybe a little jolt of a number, economic number to be released here at 845. And then factory orders and ISM services is also coming out at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. So we'll see if that gives us any volatility to trade. So they finally came to an agreement on the debt debt ceiling situation in Washington. But while the debt ceiling drama that it put U.S. could have put U.S. in a default is now in the rearview mirror, the aftermath could still spell trouble. The Treasury next move will have to refill the Treasury's general account at the New York Fed, which could lead to a potent liquidity squeeze. At the same time, the federal quantitative tightening, or QT, will go from having no impact so far this year to a big bite. Taken together, a replenishing process could profoundly impact stocks, the economy, and even GDP. This guy's a bummer who wrote this. Gee, yeah, he must have that spread on. We talked about a while ago. He's not a happy camper. All right, we're coming back up here. A little resistance around the L1 area, even L1, drive right around here. See what it wants to do. All right. So this is really bad when I start talking about the Apple thing instead. Talking about the new goggles they're going to be putting out for $3,000. Let's see how that turns out. Anyway, we're just kind of hanging up here on these highs, trying to push these highs again. We got resistance at the L1 area. Pushing up here a touch. See what it wants to do. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. Okay. Well, All right, we're coming up here to the L1 area. Okay, right up there to L1. Oh wow, look at that. It's didn't even have to sweat that one out. All right. Nice little quick scalp here against the O1. And again, we've got our 2 points and you had filled at O1 because it got up to 125 there. So if you had O1, nice little quick rotation off of the O1 area. Again, this is all we're trying to do is take advantage of ebbs and flows. And again, the markets are very, very slow right now. So, you have to take whatever it gives you. And, you want to try to stay long, you can try to stay, short against that, you could. How's that guy doing with that big spread that we talked about in the VIX? Right? Not doing too good. The VIX trading at 15. All right, nice little quick scalping opportunity against the one area. Again, all we're trying to do is take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market, and this was a perfect example of it right here against the levels we just gave out. And if you see the chat, you see the levels that we talked about. Their number, the PMI number, has just been released here as well. There are the levels again for you in case you missed them. You can see the L1 there is our first resistance area. PMI composite here is the final revision, so it's not really a, unless it was really off, I'm not really going to make much of a move there, but we'll see. Next level on the upside we're looking at is the 08. Obviously, you have to have your orders in place. Sometimes, just like it did here, it just get up there for a second and it came off. We don't like to trade it the second time up there. It's a lot riskier. So what we try to do here is we try to explain the risk with our level and in our in our coaching classes, so that you can manage risk according to your risk tolerance.
The guy that put that big spread on, I'd feel sorry for him, except he works for Goldman, so I figure he knows something.
Yeah, you never feel sorry for Goldman.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not get carried away here. Feel sorry for Goldman, really? No. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, but they're never usually wrong.
Yeah.
So, but he is making money on. Not really, because he's making money on this. He sold the 60s or the 30s. So yeah, he sold the 30s. So he's making money on that, but he can't make any more money on it because it's going against him. So he maxed out on his profit, and he had to pay for 150 that he bought. So yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing.
He put a spread on, didn't he?
Yeah, he sold the near term and bought. He bid 3-by-1. Bought I think it was the 30s. He sold the 30s and the VIX and bought the 60s and the calls. So when he sold when he sells it, the option, he gets that money in his account.
Yep.
And then when you buy the 150,000 of the calls, and now they were far away, but there was a time value to it. He has to pay for that. So he covered himself by selling the 30s, but still. So look, even when he loses money, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah. And he still got time value on the other side.
He still got a little bit. Yeah, still got a little bit. he figured maybe they'd go into default or something, or maybe the Fed would do something goofy, or the war would break. There's so many things that could trigger a sell-off, right?
Yeah.
So, we are, and we live in a world that news comes very fluid and quick. So, and everything that happens on the other side of the world affects us. So it's like nothing goes untouched around here.
Well, it makes you wonder if he's going to start cashing out on his puts and just hold his calls.
No, they were both calls.
Oh, there were both calls.
Right.
Okay.
So when you sell the 30 calls, you got all that money in his account. He made money on all of that. All right. And so they were both calls. So he is pretty much stuck in this little trade. It's either going to happen or not. Because he can't make any more money on the ones he sold, because they're going against him. So this is it. I mean, whatever. Look, I can't feel sorry for him, that's for sure. But the fact that he was even out in public, I mean, it was such a big number that everybody figured it out. All right, the market kind of trade coming off here a little bit. A little support back at the 92 area if you're a little aggressive, which is our pivot. A nice rotation there against the 01 area. Then went and retested it and got a double top up there. A little bit of a buy there above the 02 if we get back up there. Factory orders and ISM services coming out at 9 o'clock here as we drift slowly back down here a little bit. Again, a little support at the 92 area if you are aggressive. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. Brad, can you hear me? The Thursday thing is I'm not going to be able to do it at that time. I got a conflict. We could do it a little earlier, but I'm trying to see what time. Yeah, I can't do it at 11:30.
I think Don can do it.
Yeah, if he wants to. I mean,
Yeah. Wait. Do what?
look, I don't think he should. I think we should just reschedule it.
Thank you.
Well, it's a fixed time based on having you in there, and it's only for the people that are part of the trade along. So I think he could do it. Actually, I think he'd be great at it. It's
well, I mean,
price,
they changed the date, they changed the timing. They can change it one more time.
No, that was my mistake. They didn't change it. What they do is they do it on Thursdays at that time, and then they rotate people into those slots. And that was a slot that I had given you Tuesday state by mistake, and then I updated it. But I think Don could do it. I really do. I think it's about time that he met Eddie, and I think that he would be great at it.
Do what?
Well, we're gonna have. You.
Wait, let me see.
together.
Let me see if I can't Thursday. I think it's
Was it Thursday at 11?
11:30.
11:30.
I mean, if it was at 10:30, I'd be okay. But is it 10:30? Is that Eastern time? 11:30, or is it my time?
That's a good question. Let me look into what I can do, and I'll tell you the time and everything.
Yeah, they can do it earlier. They can do it earlier.
It's fixed for them.
Okay,
It's
well,
not that they can change it.
well,
It's
yeah,
the
but they
special
started
hour that they do.
They started earlier. Like they're on for more than an hour.
Understand?
I don't know. Last time they were on for a while, and I was like jumped in after they started for a bit.
I understand.
Anyway, let's find out.
Let me look into it. But I do think that it would be great if you were there, and if you're not there, I think that
All right, we're
Don would be great at it.
he's,
I have full
I'm
faith
sure he
and
would be.
confidence in Don.
it's-
If he
At
wears
what?
his hat, though, he has to wear his hat. He's not waving. I had him on camera today for like, I don't know, 35 seconds. He looked great. But
yeah,
no
we didn't
hat.
I didn't have a hat on. All right, we continue. We're just hanging around our pivot here, just trying to see what it wants to do. If you trading it, you don't like the price action, you can exit here, or just kind of see what it wants to do. It's giving you choices. And the next support level on the downside we have is down at the 85 area. It's kind of hanging here around our pivot. It's a little support there at the top of the value, green or blue band, little areas of support. But again, depending on, if you're looking for our levels, the next level we have is down at the 85 area. Just kind of hanging here at the pivot, trying to see what we could do. We do have a number coming out here in about 5 minutes. The factory orders and ISM services index number. And we don't like to have positions on when the numbers are released. So we like to keep it kind of flat, especially when there's nothing going on. Last thing you want to do is to like get into a trade and then have it go against you, and then you're stuck here with nothing going on all day. So
Okay, this is my once in a year debut.
oh boy, here it comes. Take a picture of this, Brad. Get your camera ready. You can see that tat, man. Oh, I can't wait.
Hey.
There it is. There it is. Oh, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. That is a beautiful hat. They only wear those in Texas. Well, they wear them someplace else, but Texas, you can get away with it.
And that's the only one he can wear inside. He's got the other one for outside.
Well, this is a winter hat. This is a felt hat.
Oh, of course, there's a difference.
Well, it's too hot in the summertime.
Oh, got it. Gotcha. That was awesome. Thanks.
I'll have it somewhere. The money hat. I love it. I wish.
That's too good. All right. Thanks for the entertainment. You made my day. Yeah, he did. Everybody's been thinking that, he doesn't have one. We always talk about it, but he has it. Got it. He's got it. And like you said, this is the winter one. He's got the summer ones too. So All right, we continue to kind of drift down here a little bit. Got down here. We got a number coming out here in about a minute or so. We got down to our right around our settlement price, which is 88. Got down to 88 and a half there. Up to right back up. A little support down at 85. All right, we're going to have a number coming out here momentarily. Again, we don't like to have any numbers, any positions on when numbers are released. So I'm going to just kind of a little flat here. You can see kind of the ladder ticket has kind of loosened up here. There's no 100 lots up and down the ladder ticket. Again, there you can see the birds being released here. A little bit of volatility. Bond market liked it. Sprung up. And we're just chopping around here a little bit. So the 88 is the settlement price. Again, the settlement price is another one of those price action plays. If you were interested in that. All right. Well, for those of you who plays basketball, people, Miami, what they did yesterday, nobody's giving them a chance. Oh, wow. Look at this pop. Oh, look at the bond market. Oh, both of them. All of a sudden, we got a resistance at 08. Looked away for just a minute and look what happened. Oh, wow. Bonds. Oh, hello. Markets never cease to surprise me. You know, of course, we had 08, got up to 4, change there, came off. So we were kind of flat, and this is kind of one of the reasons we do stay flat, because we just never know when you're going to have. I mean, I had 08 in my order book, but never got up to 08. So that was a quick little rotation there. Bonds continue to stay on the strong side. Okay, well, S&Ps definitely had a quick run up there, and we got resistance. We still have 08 as our next resistance area. Just going to play out this number here, see if anything else happens, if they run back up. But this is, again, this is why we kind of stay flat when these numbers are released. I did say, if you were a little aggressive, you had a buy there above the 02. And when they got up to 4 there, so there was a buying opportunity there above 02 for a quick second, and then they came off really fast. So if that means that they did hit some stops above the 02 up to 4, but they did not get us up to 8. All right. I'm going to bond those bonds continue to just going up. They're all over the place, the bond market. They're really all over the place. All right, quickly rotating back down here. Again, the 80, 92. Well, again, little support, but we kind of just ran through it earlier, so be a little bit careful. Well, Apple's definitely got its, they got their big event here today, so they have a reason to, everybody's like talking about these little goggles now. So, and if it's a big hit, it's their next big move, the upside. So we'll see. All right, Don. I gotta take off.
Okay.
So again, Don's been with us a long time, and he understands what we're trying to do here. So if you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask him. And he'll kind of guide you along here. And hopefully, there's some opportunity along the way. You just never know. Next support level on the downside, like I said, down at 85. But again, if we get down here to 92, if only if you're aggressive, you're going to do this little trade right in here. All right, Don, I got to go. So have a good one.
See you
And
tomorrow.
I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thanks.
Hey, we're coming down to that 92, and that's also our blue band area. That blue band was sitting right at 92.50. Should have been able to get 2 points out of it, at least. Yeah. Let's see, where are we going? Now we're coming down to our pivot. And we're going to get to see if it's going to hold or not. It's a lot more risky now than what it was. But if you're aggressive,